It's just messing with me! I think this is a visual novel, which I generally don't want to play. But the premise was so interesting that I thought, like, let's give this game 5 minutes.
5 minutes later.
You just want to know what it does, right? You have no idea what direction it's gonna go. He's smiling! He likes it! Like, this is a bullshit. You have to bullshit your way through. You can actually... What? How is this game so... How is it so good? You know, I was completely blindsided by JOBifAI. It's so good. And I just didn't expect it. I really believe in the creativity of game developers. Every week I'm gonna be playing different new Steam released games. Gonna review them, gonna look at them, gonna play with them, gonna see if they're dumb, great, you know. Let's bring the ones that are deserving to light. Let's show the world what good games are being made right now. That's the mission. Let's try JOBifAI. What was the idea of this game? Land your dream job with JOBifAI. With an impressive CV and an AI crafted portfolio, you've got an interview at Grizzly Studios. However, you forgot what you submitted. Can you convince the art director that you're a perfect fit anyways? I think this is a visual novel, which I generally don't want to play. But the premise was so interesting that I thought, like, let's give this game 5 minutes. Let's give it a very brief time before we move on to the next one. Okay, the game has achievements. Always a good sign. Like, it's a sign of a bit of extra care. It looks like it's made in what's it called? Ren'Py. This is very good for visual novels. The art is just really shows the horribleness of the room. If you're remarkable, why aren't you working at Grizzly? Grizzly, when I apply, I'll be there in no time. Watch me. Watching with my eyes wide. Hank, you've never handled your alcohol well. Okay. I like this creature. I like this AI. It's telling me... Okay, he made my whole CV for me. Does touch the portfolio I'm generating for you with the following description. I grew up in Vateville, a small town known for its vertical lake. At 10, while helping my grandfather build the town's cycle superhighway, a cyclist stopped by. It was no other than Sid Mead. Listening to his encouraging words, my vocation became clear. You know what? If I don't apply, I have a 100% chance of being rejected. So I'll apply. Read this 587-page document detailing the work environment at Grizzly. With these 3 steps, you're guaranteed to get hired. You just need to read a book for this application. Remember, this version of JOBifAI is experimental. It is not advised to use in a real-life setting. And everybody does anyways, right? Now I just need to submit the CV and portfolio and hope for the best. Let's wait a bit. Something tells me he's not reading the book. Wake up! Modern gaming achievement. So this is interesting actually. It's a visual novel. And it has achievements. So like what can you realistically achieve inside a visual novel? Like describe what you do. I'm a painter. Hopefully they won't ask any hard questions. I didn't have time to go over all the documents. Describe what you do. So, I thought it would just be a visual novel, but now it has text prompts, so it's like yell incomprehensibly. This video is sponsored by Help Yourself. The revolutionary new product that puts the power back into your hands. Say goodbye to relying on others. And hello to a new you with Help Yourself. So what is it? It's nothing. Literally. For just $999.99, you get a sleek box of absolutely nothing, because you are the product. Want results? Do it yourself. Need help? Just look in the mirror. That's why we'll throw in our exclusive motivation mirror for free. Just pay $199.99 for shipping. Help yourself. Empowering you to overpay for things you could have done anyway. Is it gonna give AI responses to things? Some people in the building give you a strange look. Oh no. Someone who doesn't look happy appears. You're being disruptive. Please exit. They didn't want me to yell? Definitely, I probably won't find a job for the next 5 years anyways. Worst ending. I got the neat ending. This is very true to life. Playing music in the streets? Can't they be normal needs? Cheer and clap. The main character leaves the streets to let the musicians set up their gear. Look. They moved their amplifier. Let's run for it. Okay. We had one run at it. I'm actually kind of intrigued. Can I give better answers there? Yeah, it's the same. It's just one. So, skip. What did I do? I was a bicycle repairman. See a man with a fake mustache. So this, now it goes differently. So this may be chance or just different every time you play. Made a strange encounter. Yeah, that's just letting you know that, making sure it's not exactly the same. Describe what you do. Wait patiently. There's nothing being disruptive about that. So are we gonna get the same response? What a beautiful architecture. Next time definitely do something. Okay. Ask for directions. Hello. Is it actually interpreting what I type? Somehow it seems to interpret what I type. Did they... What's going on here? Is there any way I can help? Yes. I'm here for the interview. Can you direct me there? It seems to interpret what I type very accurately. I'm glad I didn't next this game. There's something going on here. What a cool office. I don't need the introduction, so you can begin the interview. I'm not going to go over all the new series concept. You had to... Oh, there's someone to ban. Ban. Specify. Well, I'm the mod here. There we go. I'm not going to go over all the new series concept. You had all this information in the job posting that you read so diligently. So I'll just let you see the very private image that our main artist drew. Check. I need to update this. This is fascinating. There we go. So I'll just let you see the very private image that our main artist showcase it. Okay. A weeaboo likes anime, that's fine. It's AI generated because all the text is nonsense. I'll let it magically hover above the desk so that you can keep it as a reference during our discussion. Okay, meta humor. That's good. Now, your main portfolio submission for the project was quite striking, so that's why you're here today. Okay, so I pretended to be an artist in this game by sharing these incomprehensible AI art. So the game itself doesn't look like it was made with AI art. It looks like it was made by a simple, like a pixel artist. And I'm getting the sense that they really don't like AI. But at the same time, I feel like the interpreter is made by AI. So it really tangles with this subject in a layered way. Like, this is very promising. What the hell is this? How am I going to explain? Can you give a little presentation of your portfolio based on the concept? Why did you make this shirt? So I don't think I even made this. I think the AI made this for us and sent it for us. And now I have to present why I thought this was a good idea. Girl standing on top of building, looking like what kind of description should I give? I think I'm gonna really just try and ace the interview as if I'm there myself. Because standing on top of a building, looking across nonsensical writings is a metaphor for how corporatism and capitalism can be kind of arcane and how do you say, like Cthulhu-like? Like how would you say that? Eldritch. Kind of eldritch, where you might feel like you're enlightened, but you're also isolated inside incomprehensibility. But I wanted to show my range, so I also made a fantastical representation of jellyfish mushrooms to depict my joy of working for you. Fascinating insight, I must admit. Your metaphor is thought-provoking, and I appreciate your willingness to showcase your creativity. However, I'd like to see more clarity in how you intend to convey this narrative through visuals. Can you walk me through your design process and how you envision the show's visuals and storytelling intertwined? How do I... think the path forward is to take creative risks and instead of looking back, look forward, utilizing the team's strength and also following each of our instincts in a constructive manner. Like this is really gobbledygook, but it's good sounding gobbledygook. I'm a bit concerned that you're not fully understanding the project. Let me refresh your memory. Echoes of Eternity is a show about a rebellious teenager fighting an oppressive government in a high-tech dystopia. I feel like your portfolio doesn't quite align with this theme. Can you explain to me how your surreal fusion of modern technology and marine life relates to the project? How do you envision Akira, our protagonist, using this concept to fight against the government? Okay, so it's a high... Okay. What is a government but jellyfish flying over us as we're railroaded onto their paths? The high-tech nature of a futuristic dystopian government is similarly depicted in the earlier metaphor. The distinction will be clear when people think about it. I'm not sure I follow your train of thought. Can you provide more context and clarify how your metaphor relates to the show's theme and character? I'd love to understand how the viewer is supposed to interpret the connection between jellyfish and government. So, this... Is it just me? Or is this a lot more than you would expect from a visual novel? I have to give these explanations, and he seems to actually make some sense of what I'm connecting. He'd love to understand how the viewer is supposed to interpret the connection between jellyfish and government. I mean, I have no idea how. I'm making this shit up. I mean, that's the joy of this game, I think. Like, you have to try and ace something that you have no knowledge about. I'm really enjoying this idea. And we already know if we say something dumb, that he actually notices that it's dumb. Because when I yelled incomprehensibly, people threw me out of the building. And when I asked for the interview, I was brought to the interview. Yeah, I mean, trying to trick the AI might actually be fun. So how can I say... How can I give a good sounding way to say jellyfish and government are connected, but also be talking complete nonsense? Like what's the difference between tricking an AI and tricking a boss? Maybe a boss that doesn't know what you're talking about. Like, what would trick one and not the other? I'm really thinking about this. Okay. So jellyfish can sting, I guess, and so can the government. Jellyfish can sting, and so can the government. And let's add a really nonsensical sentence after that. Both are aquatic creatures. Like, that makes no sense. The government is not an aquatic creature. And thus, they are very similar. Because of their physiology. Again, that makes no sense, but it's grammatically correct. So I wonder what his response is going to be. Do you think he's going to catch on? Is he going to say, like, no, governments aren't aquatic creatures. They don't have a aquatic physiology. Because it's a demo, I don't believe they actually, and I didn't have to use any API. I don't think it's actually connected to any AI. So this is all kind of simply interpreted, I think. It's a bit much. Yeah, what should I change? What do you think? Before I send it in, any suggestions? I'm open. Oh, you mean it's too long? That's a good idea. We'll go with this one for now and try that for the next question. Did he stop smiling? I think his face changed. I see what you're trying to say, but I'm not entirely sure how to connect the dots between your jellyfish and government. Can you provide more context or examples to support your analogy and help me understand your thought process? Yeah, so he said, you didn't convince me, try again. Like, so far the only connection he's made is jellyfish and government. I guess he didn't interpret what I said at all. Because the game already gave jellyfish and government. So he may not be interpreting that well at all. It may just be how you fool yourself into thinking someone is listening. So let's see if we can... words that have ambiguous meaning between jellyfish and government. With examples. Well, a jellyfish likes to collect taxes and send out its taxmen to visit people inside their aquatic homes. I can't think of any word with ambiguous context that are different on context. I get the idea what you're trying to say, but I'm not really getting any examples. A jellyfish likes to collect taxes and send out its taxmen to visit people inside their aquatic homes. Although a government doesn't collect taxes, it really does want to. And in that way, they are alike. Governments love the idea of collecting taxes. And everybody is sad that it never do. Just like jellyfish make people sad. Like, this is good nonsense, right? This is good nonsense. That person knows it's nonsense, but would the AI recognize it? Oh, he got more angry. I'm still puzzled by the connection you made between jellyfish and government. As an artist, I'm looking for a deeper understanding of the symbolism and meaning of your choices. Unfortunately, I don't feel confident you... So he got that it's bullshit. This is good. He he interprets correctly that it's complete bullshit what I'm saying. Yeah, I'm getting thrown out. I think it's better if we stop here. Wait, I have some change in your pocket. Buy yourself a sandwich with that. Good luck. They are not ready to hide. I got some money out of it. That's nice. They really don't know what they're missing. I think he knows exactly that it's best to be missing the person that thinks that governments don't collect taxes. Worst ending. Yeah, okay, the same thing. Give them some coins. The musician smiled and thanked me for my contribution. What? How is this game so good at interpreting? Listen to some pretty cool bands. I don't want to stop the song. So, this is what I'm talking about. This is why I do this series. You see a visual novel on Steam and you think like, I want to play games, I don't want to play a visual novel. But isn't this the purest kind of game where you have a new kind of experience? Like, I have no idea what this game is capable of. There's an okay ending, a good ending. There's also a coward bad ending. So there's only a couple of places where it can go. But I feel like they put a lot of energy into getting you into the right direction. I feel like I should go to the next game, but I'm so fascinated by this. So this time, shall I read, follow a suggestion and read the whole book? Read the document. I wonder if I do that, what happens? Yeah, I should just click skip and read the document. Don't continue skipping after that. No, don't read that. Read the business's document. Thing adventure that sets the tone for futuristic cityscape and time-traveling heroes. I hope they won't ask any hard questions. I didn't have time to read all the... Okay, so it's about time travel. Ask for interview. Can I help you? I have an interview. Okay. We get new images? What? Okay. Oh, I thought both images were mine, but this is... The first image is their game, and the jellyfish is my submission. Okay, I didn't get that before. So it's jellyfish again, right? So maybe they've just got like 20 images of each. This is such a... Putting you in the shoes of someone having to try to explain such a dumb submission. It's great. I think jellyfish are a good metaphor. Metaphor for time travel, as they have time diluting properties. The whole show should have a jellyfish themed name. One interesting thing is that it gives me new images. And one thing I didn't figure out before is that the left image is their game's image. And the right one is what I submitted, like, oh, I can make images like that. And now I have to explain why I offered a jellyfish for their anime hero game. This time I read the document, and in the document it said it's about time travel as well. And maybe even the spaceship should be jellyfish shaped. That way people understand the deeper meaning and have more fun. Okay, I think you like that. Jellyfish themed spaceship just doesn't resonate with me. I was expecting clarity on how your artwork relates to the subject. Can you show more example of how your idea fits into the world of echoes? What kind of connection you see between your marine biology and the futuristic cityscape? Okay. So, we messed up a bit intentionally before, so now let's try to succeed. How are you going to make a connection between marine life biology and a futuristic cityscape? Like, jellyfish hover above the ocean floor in the same way that a spaceship hovers over us. It's always there, scary and intimidating, yet possibly might be friendly. It has a dome shape, so even physically it's comparable and similar, which is the same thing, but you know, we're padding for words. What else can you say about marine life as it relates to a futuristic cityscape? The unusual texture and shape of a jellyfish also resonates with how we perceive eternity's spaceships. See? I get why you would want to download and mess with it. Like, I mean, this is just... You just want to know what it does, right? You have no idea what direction it's gonna go. He's smiling! He likes it! I can see how you tried to create a connection between marine biology and futurism. However, I'd like to clarify your initial subject was about creating an illustration for the title sequence for our anime series, Echoes, which features time-traveling heroes and a futuristic cityscape. Can you elaborate on how your choice of jellyfish as a metaphor for spaceships relates to this concept? Okay, so now we have to get the intro right. And to get the intro right, so it's called Echoes. Because echoes are like waves, right? Echoes are like waves in the water. Like little, like underwater streams. And the ebbs and flow. Just like the ebb and flow of time travel, with all of its risk, mystery and enigma. Our heroes are stepping into a dangerous world every time they time travel. And the jellyfish and marine life in general are also dangerous, but also beautiful. Like your hair. Let's throw a compliment in there as well. Oh, he didn't like that. Still struggling in the water, but I'm still... It's great. Can you clarify what you mean by echoes are like waves in the water? Specifically, how do these waves relate to the futuristic hellscape? Cityscape. Why am I making that into hellscape? And time-traveling heroes we want to... Okay. So I'm messing up here. What am I doing wrong? He really wants me to talk about the title sequence brief. I think... So I don't think it's a kind of very qualitative interpreter. I think it's a relatively simple interpreter. I think what they may have done is that they look for a couple of words that would be the solution. Like maybe, like before, for the interview, if you just mention an interview, they think like, oh, you're doing something right. And then run that through an AI and say like, give me 50 words for this. So they end up with a list of a large amount of words, even though they only had to think of a few. I think they may have created it that way. So then the goal is to unlock the next part by... I should probably keep my answer shorter, because he may not have a clue about what part to relate to. Although if I use more words, I'm more likely to hit like the right word for something. It's giving me a huge text area, so it's probably a good idea to give long answers actually. Except you learn less about what you should do. But there's, like it's like a shotgun. You don't learn to aim as well, but you're hitting more anyways. And I think I just want to hit stuff. So I think I'll go with long answers for now. That makes sense, right? I think my reasoning makes sense there. So let's shotgun this. He's asking me to clarify what I mean by echoes are like waves in the water. Yeah, I mean, how do I explain that? Specifically, so this is the more important part. How do these waves relate to the future? This, okay, that's good. When you travel through time, waves are. When you through time, I imagine waves are a byproduct that allows a wide range of storylines of things that are messed up when you time travel. The heroes by having an intro that features marine biology life, people are instantly put into a mesmerizing and wonderful like state of being, ready to a state of being that makes them more receptive for futuristic ideas, just like the jellyfish seems quite futuristic. You like that? I'm intrigued by your explanation. I'm still a bit clear about how the marine biology aspect relates to our time-traveling heroes. Can you provide more context or examples to help me better understand the connection? Okay, so what examples or context can we give to understand between time-traveling heroes and my marine biology? Jellyfish travel through the ocean, and they do this by expanding and contracting their body. The heroes of eternity travel through time with technology, but a technology that is as incomprehensible as the jellyfish. Like, this is a bullshit. This game is a bullshit. I mean, that's the whole thing, right? You have to bullshit your way through. What else can I connect between the two? Between marine life and time traveling heroes? It's also the color scheme of the jellyfish that is just so beautifully connected. Oh, that's a lot of else for beautifully connected to time travel. As Theodore Smith, who invented it, loved jellyfish as well. So it's a bit of a nod to people in the know, and will make the show better with this connection of time travel. You didn't like that. The expansion and contraction of the jellyfish relates to time traveling heroes. Oh, I didn't see the time. We have to move on. Wait, I have some change in my pocket. Okay, you failed again. Yeah, maybe I should just talk what's in the pictures. That's a good idea actually. But we get different pictures as well, so I'm not sure if that's it. We should try it. Yeah, we get a worst ending again. Let's do something really crazy here. Let's steal their donations, steal their money, and run. Okay, let's see. Is this gonna give us anything? Anything to work with? I mean, I've used RenP, so let's see what it tells me. I don't have Windows 10, so I don't know why it's telling me that. Game script the end after. Script the end after. Let's see. Steam apps common. Yeah, we can just roll back though. Because it's RenP and it's quite a good engine. See, you get an error, you just go back. Steal. The character left the scene feeling guilty for stealing from the musicians. What? You actually do steal? Look, they moved their amplifier. Let's run for it. You can actually... What? How is this game so... How is it so good? How is it so good at interpreting? Does it have the developer part opened? No, it doesn't currently. I might hack inside later and see if I can look in their code. I'm so fascinated by this. I mean, I'm gonna move on, but I might go back to this game later.
5 minutes later.
Ah, you must be here to learn more about our latest show. It's a new reality series focused on exploring the world of extreme cuisine. What? It's about extreme cuisine? It's a stressful situation. Maybe next time tell her about the interview. I'm here for the interview. So extreme cuisine? What if we mention that? Yeah, again we've got young people, city, futuristic. Like that, those are the three things again. It's gotta be jellyfish, right? What? Why did I look like skulls? The ID of... So it's not jellyfish this time. It's octopuses. The ID of... octopi building an underwater city is quite like time traveling teenagers saving the world. Yeah, let's go with that. Let's start slow and see if he really connects those two ideas then. I was expecting a more cohesive explanation. Can you elaborate on what you mean by time traveling teenagers saving the world and how it relates to your design choices? Can you also provide specific examples how the different elements in your portfolio work together to tell a cohesive story? Okay, so he this ask for a toilet. Oh, should do that. So I think what he's identified here, I think what's going on is he wants me to mention something specifically from my image. Then he can latch on to something and connect it to the image, and then he asks me to explain that. And this time I didn't really give him that. So he's like, give me more words, give me more of an idea of which words to connect. He's like, I didn't detect what I should be connecting to each other. So I should say the futuristic city is like the underwater city. I think he said escape, so it's underwater cityscape, in that they both evoke mystery and wonder and elicit deeper emotions and thought. By revealing both with light, you see the... Let's just use the words again, like let's really hammer it down. Futuristic cityscape. Am I writing cityscape right? This makes more sense. Right? It's with a C, right? Feeling both with light, you see the futuristic scape and its tangible, metaphorical connection to an underwater cityscape filled with skull-faced octopuses. He liked it. Okay, so he says, okay, I know what you're connecting. I think that's what the decoding of what he says. I think he's saying... Oh, I'm kind of messing up my screen right now. Hold on. No. There we go, okay. Thank you for the explanation. I still find it challenging to understand the connection between the underwater metropolis and this futuristic cityscape. The original subject we were discussing was about a group of teenagers uncovering the secrets of cutting-edge metropolis. Wait. I have to... It's different every time, I think. He's got different things that he's asking me to connect. So last time it was about time travel. Now it's about using technology to make friends, forge unbreakable bonds. Like, so. Can you please elaborate on how your underwater cityscape and musical? I never said musical cephalopods. So that's something that he sees in the image. I was wondering about that, if he just was connecting to what I said or what's in the image. Are they musical? What about them is musical? I don't see them being musical. But I guess that's what we have to... That's what he reads into it, and that's what we... It doesn't feel like it's AI, to be honest. Or like they really found a way to really encapsulate it in some way. I don't know. Okay, how are we gonna connect the underwater cityscape and musical cephalopods to telling a story of advanced technology to make friends? Music is a very advanced concept for cephalopods. Just as the cutting edge technology for angsty teenagers is as advanced as trying to make a friend, because apparently they're quite lonely, that it's all about making friendships. The unbreakable... I mean, maybe it's just about repeating his words back to him. Like that would be a good being interviewed strategy, right? Oh, I like what I'm hearing. Yeah, because I'm saying what you were saying. The unbreakable bonds you forge, they forge, are like the underwater cityscape, in that both are eternal and forever and never to be forgotten. It's all about friendship. See what you're getting at now. Your connection between advanced technology and cutting-edge friendship is quite intriguing. However, I'd like to know more about your thought process behind the underwater cityscape. Can you elaborate why you chose to depict it in that way? I thought about it for a long time, and I found that every experiment went wrong when I thought about it. So instead I followed my intuition and creative instincts, ending up with the beautiful cityscape like friendship and infused image that you see here today. It was a lot of work, sweat and blood, but I think it was worth it. What do you think? You didn't like it. I need to see more conscious decision making. Can I go back? I can. So we can try out different things. So he wanted a more conscious version. So let's give him a more conscious version. Because I basically said it's unconscious, and he said no, I want a conscious reason. So I have to actually do give a conscious reason. So a conscious reason why we chose to depict it this way. Any ideas are helpful. I'm putting the music a little bit softer. Why did I think about it like this? It's like you cheated on your homework and you have to bullshit. I mean, that's the whole game, right? So the thought process went like this. Everybody depicts a cityscape above ground, and that's quite boring. I wanted something interesting and new. Has it ever been depicted as an underwater city before? I think not. This will be unique and new and very successful. When I knew that underwater nobody can hear you scream, which I don't know what this would relate, which I thought, you know, he wants to hear what I think, which I thought would be a good connection to they're not time traveling, to a futuristic technology. It's like being in space, in a way. And the space between the friends that gets smaller as they forge stronger bonds. That's what I thought would be good. So, you didn't seem to like that. See what you mean, and I appreciate your enthusiasm for trying something new. However, I'm not entirely convinced that your underwater metropolis will resonate with our audience. While it's certainly unique, it may not connect with the themes of the show in the way we were hoping. Can you show more concept art or storyboards that demonstrate How you envision the underwater city filling into the narrative. Of course I can. Shall I go home and pick them up? I want my AI to make them for me. Let's save it here. Oh, devastating, devastating. I think you're not taking this interview seriously. If you can't explain your design changes, how can you trust your work on the team? Yeah, okay. Okay. So you didn't really like this one? Wait! Is it random? Do I get a new response now with the same answer? Is this just messing with me? Is it completely unrelated to what answers I give? I must say I'm really surprised. What? It's just random! It's just messing with me! It's the same answer! And now it's good! It just wants you to fail enough times, maybe. I can appreciate that. It's a good cop. I got the job! They loved my portfolio and said my CV was impressive. It's the same story again! It's just a random number generator. Well, he's still picking up on some of the things I wrote. Got the good ending. Just need to do the job now. Either way, I don't know. I don't know exactly what's going on under the hood, but it's interesting. These guys were onto something. Try again with the same answer. Yeah, why not? I mean, I've saved the game. I didn't save my answer, but I saved this one. Yeah. See? Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work with the same answer. So it's not the amount of times, it's maybe just random. Okay, so in the making of this video, I really wondered, like, is this game AI? Is it random? How does it actually work? And this, I found this Steam comment by the developer, which really answers that question. And they say, yes, it is AI. And because it's, you know, it's quite prohibitive to let people run it at their own computer, because it's both using generative text AI and generative AI images. It means it's, you know, it actually demands a lot. If you've worked with AI, you know, like these are very system heavy operations. So instead of texting your computer, they're running it through some kind of service. I don't know if they've got their own server or some kind of hosted option with Amazon or Google. But what that means is that it means two things. Everything you type, they can probably see. So be careful with some of the ideas that you might have in your head and might want to put in. And two, it also means that it probably won't scale with the amount of users. So if you have like 10,000 people using it, they probably wouldn't be able to serve it. Which means that if you want to play JOBifAI, you should probably do it now. I mean, it's free and it might not scale, it might not always be available. They might not be able to serve everyone. So here's your chance, you know, go for it. As I said, I'm not sponsored, but I'm just really excited about this game.